Every notification teaches your attention to look somewhere else. Every quick check makes switching feel normal. And eventually, sitting with one difficult task starts to feel uncomfortable. That's when overstimulation stops being a distraction and starts becoming the reason you can't focus. And here's the part that's easy to miss. You may be doing it all day, checking, switching, responding, consuming, while believing you're being productive. But what if all that stimulation is actually making it harder for you to sit down, focus, and finish one important thing? And once you understand what's happening inside your brain, you'll see why being busy can sometimes produce almost nothing. Because stimulation doesn't necessarily give your brain more energy. It simply gives your attention more places to go. And every time your attention gets pulled somewhere else, something has to pay the price. Your focus, your working memory, your mental energy, and eventually, your output. Think about how often this happens. You're writing something important. Your phone buzzes. You look. 10 seconds, maybe 20. Then you put it down and continue. But the real cost wasn't those 20 seconds. The real cost was the switch. Your brain had to disengage from one mental task, process something new, and then reconstruct where it was. And if you repeat that process dozens of times a day, those tiny interruptions begin to form one enormous leak in your attention. So here's your first override. Create single input windows. For 60 to 90 minutes, give your brain one job, one important task, one primary screen, notifications off, messages closed. Everything unrelated goes somewhere else. Because when you remove unnecessary switching, you give your brain a chance to build momentum. And momentum is one of the most underrated ingredients in productive work. Now here's where it gets more interesting. Have you ever spent 20 minutes scrolling, then opened a report, and suddenly the report feels unbearably boring? The spreadsheet feels painful. You think you've lost your ability to focus, but here's what changed. For 20 minutes, your brain got something new every few seconds. Now you're asking it to stay with one thing for 30 minutes. The work didn't suddenly become harder. Your brain has simply become accustomed to constant stimulation. And that's the trap. When everything is stimulating, ordinary work starts to feel boring. So try this. Before you click, reply, or switch, pause for 3 seconds. Ask, does this serve what matters most right now? Those 3 seconds create a gap between the impulse and the action. And sometimes, that's all you need to stop an automatic switch. Now think about that feeling when you're juggling 5 things at once. Messages coming in, tabs everywhere, music playing, phone nearby, tasks changing every few minutes. And somehow, you feel busy, even productive. But there's a difference between feeling activated and actually making progress. That racing feeling isn't necessarily energy. Sometimes it's simply mental activation without meaningful direction. You can spend an entire afternoon reacting and still finish almost nothing that required sustained thought. Then comes the crash. You close the laptop, you're exhausted, but somehow you don't feel satisfied because your attention was active all day without being deeply engaged in anything. So here's your third override. Give your brain periods of nothing, 20 to 30 minutes, no screen, no podcast, no music, no messages. Walk, sit, look out the window. Let your mind be unstimulated. This isn't wasted time. Think of it as paying back the stimulation loan. Your day has been asking your attention to respond, react, decide, and switch. Now give it a period where it doesn't have to do any of those things. You may discover something strange. When you stop filling every silent moment, your mind starts producing things on its own. Your brain isn't only designed to respond to information. It also needs periods where it can process information. This is one reason quiet moments can be surprisingly useful. When you're walking without your phone, showering, staring out a window, or doing something familiar without constant input. Your mind can wander. Old information can connect with new information. Problems you've been carrying can be reconsidered from another angle. Ideas can surface without being deliberately summoned. The default mode network is involved in several forms of internally directed thought, including autobiographical thinking and mind wandering. It doesn't simply switch on when you're bored. and it doesn't go completely dark whenever you're stimulated. But constant external input can leave very little room for your mind to wander freely. And sometimes, the answer you're looking for doesn't need more information. It needs enough silence for the information you already have to connect. So create some space for that. Cap your inputs. Choose a small number of places where important information is allowed to reach you. One place for email, one place for work communication, one place for your current project. Everything else, mute it, close it, check it on a schedule instead of living inside it. Because 12 channels constantly pulling at your attention will almost always feel heavier than 3 channels you deliberately manage. And finally, there's a problem with overstimulation that makes it particularly difficult to recognize. Physical tiredness announces itself. Your body gets heavy, your eyes get tired. You know you need rest. But cognitive overload can look very different. You can still feel alert. You can still answer messages. You can still move from one task to another. And yet, your ability to think deeply is deteriorating. You become impatient. Simple decisions feel strangely difficult. You reread things, you make avoidable mistakes. You keep switching tasks because staying with one thing feels uncomfortable. And eventually you start telling yourself, I'm just lazy today. Slow down. Maybe not. Your attention has limits. And once you've spent enough of it reacting to everything around you, there may not be much left for the thing that actually matters. So here's your final override. Give your brain the right environment for the job. Doing something simple? Music is fine. Cleaning? Put on a podcast. But writing, studying, planning, or solving a difficult problem? Turn the noise off. No music. No notifications. No second screen. Because you can't ask your brain to do its deepest thinking, while constantly giving it something else to process. Simple work can tolerate noise. Difficult work needs your full attention. So when the work matters, remove everything that competes with it. So tomorrow, don't try to eliminate every source of stimulation. You don't need to disappear into a cave. You need to control when stimulation gets access to your attention. Try this. Give yourself one 60 to 90-minute single-task window. Put your phone somewhere you cannot casually reach it. Check messages at specific times instead of continuously. Give yourself 20 to 30 minutes of genuine quiet, and protect silence whenever the work requires deep thinking. Don't try this for the rest of your life. Try it for one day. And pay attention to one question. You've been taught that more stimulation means more done, but stimulation isn't the same thing as productivity. Input isn't output. You can consume information all day and produce almost nothing. You can answer 50 messages and still avoid the one task that actually matters. You can stay busy from morning until night and never enter the mental state where meaningful work happens. When you stop switching every few seconds, your attention has room to return. When you pause before every impulse, you regain a little control. When you allow silence, your mind gets room to process. And when you protect your attention from unnecessary input, you stop spending your best mental energy on things that don't deserve it. Because productivity isn't about how much information you can fit into your day. It's about what your brain can actually do with the attention you have. So the next time you feel the urge to check, switch, scroll, or fill another quiet moment, pause, 3 seconds, and ask yourself, do I really need more input right now? Or do I need the space to finally do something with what I already have? Because sometimes the most productive thing you can give your brain is less.